Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a topic that's on everyone's mind: how to take control of your money, especially when times are tough. It feels like the world is getting more expensive by the day, right? But what if I told you that you have more power over your financial situation than you think? It's not just about surviving, it's about building a foundation to thrive. So, grab a notebook, because we're going to map out your journey to financial control, step by step. Let's get started. First things first, we need to face the music. And I don't mean in a scary way. I mean we need to know exactly where your money is going. This is the most crucial step. For 1 month, just 1 month, track every single dollar. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or a simple notebook. That morning coffee, the subscription you forgot about, that impulse buy online, write it all down. No judgment, just data. This isn't about making you feel guilty. It's about giving you clarity. Knowledge is power, and knowing your spending habits is the first and most powerful piece of knowledge you can have. Once you have a month's worth of data, it's time to create a budget. I know, the word budget can sound restrictive, like a financial diet, but let's reframe it. A budget is not about restriction, it's about intention. It's a plan that tells your money where to go, instead of you wondering where it went. A great starting point is the 50-30-20th rule. It's simple. 50% of your after-tax income goes to needs, things like rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, and transportation. 30% goes to wants. This is the fun stuff, like dining out, entertainment, hobbies, and shopping. The final 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. This 20% is your ticket to freedom. This is where you build your future. The 50-30-20 rule is a guideline, not a strict law. If your needs are higher than 50%, you might need to adjust. Maybe it's 60-20, 20 for a while. The key is to be realistic and make the plan work for you. The goal is to always pay yourself first by allocating something to that 20% savings category. Even if you start with just 5%, start somewhere. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings account the day you get paid. This way you're saving without even thinking about it. Now, let's talk about that savings portion. Where should it go? Your first priority is building an emergency fund. This is your financial safety net. Life happens. Cars break down. Medical bills pop up. Jobs can be uncertain. Your emergency fund is what keeps a minor setback from becoming a major crisis. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses. Keep this money in a separate high-yield savings account. It should be easily accessible, but not so easy that you'll dip into it for non-emergencies. Seeing that fund grow will give you a sense of security you've never felt before. Once your emergency fund is looking healthy, it's time to tackle high-interest debt. I'm talking about credit card debt, payday loans, anything with a double-digit interest rate. This kind of debt is like trying to swim with an anchor tied to your leg. It actively works against you. There are 2 popular methods for paying it off: the avalanche method and the snowball method. With the avalanche method, you focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, which saves you the most money in the long run. With the snowball method, you pay off the smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate. This gives you quick psychological wins, building momentum and motivation. Both methods work. Choose the one that keeps you motivated. Okay, we've covered tracking, budgeting, saving, and tackling debt. You're building a solid defensive strategy for your finances. Now, let's switch to offense. How can we not just save money, but also make more of it? This is where we get creative and entrepreneurial. You don't need $1 million idea to start. You just need to leverage the skills you already have. Think about what you're good at. What do your friends and family ask you for help with? Are you great at organizing? Offer services as a home organizer or digital file manager for small businesses? Do you love pets? Start a dog walking or pet sitting service in your neighborhood? Websites like Rover and Wag make it easy to connect with clients. Maybe you're a fantastic writer. Businesses are always looking for freelance writers for their blogs, websites, and social media. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr are great places to start looking for gigs. Another huge area is teaching or tutoring. Are you fluent in another language? Do you play a musical instrument? Are you an expert in a particular academic subject? You can offer online tutoring sessions. The demand for personalized learning is massive. Maybe you're crafty. Can you knit, make jewelry, or do woodworking? You could open an Etsy shop. The key is to turn your passion or skill into a service or product. Start small. Your first goal isn't to replace your full-time job. It's to generate an extra few $100s a month. That extra income can supercharge your debt repayment or accelerate your savings goals. Let's explore another avenue: leveraging the sharing economy. Do you have a spare room? You could list it on Airbnb. Do you own a reliable car? You could drive for Uber or Lyft during your free hours. Or even rent your car out on platforms like Turo. These platforms have created marketplaces for assets you already own, allowing you to monetize them with relatively low effort. The income might fluctuate, but it can provide a significant boost to your finances. Now, let's connect these 2 concepts: saving money and making money. When you're trying to grow a side business, every dollar counts. This is where your new budgeting skills come in handy. Scrutinize your wants category. Can you reduce your dining out budget by 50% and reinvest that money into your side hustle? Maybe you buy a course to learn a new skill, or invest in better equipment, or run a few social media ads. This isn't deprivation. It's strategic allocation. You're trading a short-term want for a long-term asset that can generate more income. As you start bringing in extra money, it's tempting to let lifestyle inflation creep in. This is when your spending increases as your income increases. You get a raise or make some side income, and suddenly you're eating at fancier restaurants and buying more expensive gadgets. Resist this temptation. Instead, create a plan for every new dollar you earn. Maybe 50% goes to your primary financial goal, like paying off debt. 30% goes to your investment account. We'll touch on that in a moment. And 20% can be for you to enjoy. This way, you're still rewarding yourself, but you're prioritizing your future. Now, a word on investing. For many, this feels like the most intimidating part, but it's how you truly build wealth. Once you have your emergency fund and high-interest debt is under control, you can start investing. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert. Start with something simple, like a low-cost index fund or an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. You can open an account with a robo-advisor or a discount brokerage. The most important thing is to start, even with a small amount. The magic of compound interest means that the money you invest today is far more powerful than the money you invest 10 years from now. Time is your greatest asset. Let's recap the entire journey. Step 1. Track your spending to gain clarity. Step 2. Create an intentional budget, like the 50-30-20th rule, to tell your money where to go. Step 3. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund to protect yourself from life's surprises. Step 4. Aggressively pay down high-interest debt. Step 5. Start a side hustle by monetizing your skills and assets to generate extra income. Step 6. Control lifestyle inflation and give every new dollar a job. And finally, Step 7. Start investing for the long term to build real wealth. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a get-rich-for-sure plan. It takes discipline, patience, and a shift in mindset. You have to start seeing yourself as the CEO of your own life. You are in charge of your finances. Every small decision you make, from packing your lunch instead of buying it, to spending a Saturday working on your side business, adds up. These are the choices that build momentum, and once you start seeing progress, your savings growing, your debt shrinking, your side income increasing, it becomes an incredibly motivating and empowering cycle. You can do this. The current economic climate might be challenging, but challenges create opportunities for those who are prepared. By taking control of your money, you're not just surviving, you're setting yourself up to win. You're building a life of financial freedom and choice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a clear, actionable roadmap. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a stronger financial future. Let me know in the comments which step you're going to start with today. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.